Hey folks, Todd Coburn here of Cal Poly Pomona. This video is a supplement to the structure series, and the module or this video will focus on a practical example of how to create a three-view drawing from an isometric. It's going to focus on sketching, which is the most important thing to learn. It will also show you how to do some basic dimensioning and what's expected there, although the main purpose is to get the idea of going from an isometric to a practical three-view. Since I'm sketching, it's not going to be super neat, but the perspective should be about right. If you're doing a professional drawing, you're going to make a lot better line quality and other things that drafting courses cover well. But as a basic fundamental skill, we need to be able to go from isometric to three-view, from three-view to isometric. This video is intended to help you with that. Enjoy. In this video, we will sketch the three-view drawing shown at the bottom, given the isometric shown at the top. First, I'm going to sketch and dimension the isometric as shown. Next, we'll prepare to make the three-view drawing. We start by choosing the most representative view as our front view. Next, we lay out the bottom, a horizontal line along the bottom of our part, a vertical line along the left side of our front view, and a vertical line along the right side of our front view. We mark out a little bit of space between the front view and the side view, which will be to the right. Now, while it's not required to have the same distance between the front and side view and the top and front views, it's good practice to do so. So often I will sketch the same distance between those two views. We then draw a vertical line along the left side of the front view and along the bottom of the top view, and where those two lines meet, we draw a 45-degree angle. This is called the miter line, and we can use that to translate dimensions from the side view to the top view or the top view to the bottom view by just extending a leader line until it hits the miter line and then bringing it over to the other view. As we go along, we will mark out all the little dimensions, like the height of the left side and the little length of that upper flat, the height of the right side flat, and then the line that goes between the top and side views. Once we get our views kind of laid out, we can darken the lines, and we can also provide dimensions. Usually dimensions are added later, but I added them as we went so you could kind of see what numbers I'm using. So we've got the front, side, and top views. Now, these are our three views from our isometric. Take some time to study the isometric and the three views we created to make sure that you understand how we translated the dimensions from the isometric to the three-view drawing. So remember, we chose the most representative view for our front view. That's the left forward face of the isometric. Then the side view becomes the view to the right of that, and we fold that out like a book that's facing away from us, as if we're looking at the back cover, and we fold out the front cover as the book faces away. If you rotate the book so the back cover is in front of you and you fold out the top view with the front cover of the book, that shows you how that top view looks. We then separate those by the same dimension, not required, but good practice. Where the left face of the side view and the bottom face of the top view, those extension lines meet, you draw 45 degrees. That's the line, that's the miter line. That miter line is what we can use to translate the dimensions from one view to the other view. Look carefully at how we transferred the dimensions from the isometric to each view and then solidified those views and dimensioned those views. Okay, so there you saw how to take a really simple part, an isometric of that part, and transfer that into a 3-view drawing. You saw some basics of how to dimension that as well. And if you practice this simple part, then you're ready to go on to the next part that's a little more complicated. Stay tuned for more examples like this to help you become better engineers.